Hey everyone, this is Chris Crazy House here, and this video is going to be another short video talking about not getting too tied up or wrapped up in false narratives. Before I get to that, just let me say this, that the brand new Big Monty book is out now for you to purchase on Amazon. It's called Big Monty and the Pumped Up Principle. So if you want to go get a copy of it, go to Amazon and I will provide the link in the description box of this video, as well as the first comment of this video. So if you want to go pick it up, please go there, and this link will also contain the other two books that we worked on for Big Monty. So if you have a young person who's got the last two books, they will definitely enjoy this third one because it's very funny. So let me get into the whole false narrative thing. The other day on Facebook, I saw this post, and it was a picture. It looks like a picture from The Simpsons or a Simpsons type picture, and it's got, what's his name, Chief Wiggins standing on a black man or kneeling on a black man's neck, and in the back it has Lisa holding a sign that says "Justice for George." And this picture has been posted online as they said that The Simpsons once again predicted something that happened in current events. And so people took this picture and they're running with it and saying, oh, The Simpsons predicted it again. And some have even gone even deeper into it by saying, oh, it's how we're being played like a violin by the Illuminati. The Simpsons are run by the Illuminati and we're being played like a violin. And they have this picture side by side with another picture of an episode of The Simpsons where the police station was on fire, and they put this picture above the real picture of the one of the precincts, the third precinct in Minneapolis, which was set on fire by rioters, or allegedly. I'll say we don't actually know that for sure, but allegedly set on fire by rioters. So anyway, people have been posting up this picture, and the main person who made this post, he went even more overboard with it, saying that George Floyd was killed on East 33rd Street, 33rd, as in 33 degrees of a Mason, and he was killed near a trash bin that has the number 6 on it, so he says it's 666. So this person went all the way left with it, right? Deep head first into conspiracy land. So I interjected, and I don't know what the responses were to what I had to say in this post, but I'm going to just give it here what I'm going to say now, and that is, this is not an example of The Simpsons predicting something. This is a picture that was drawn the week that George Floyd was murdered, or maybe I want to say 3 or 4 days afterward. You can even see the artist has somewhat of a watermark there, but let me just say this. The Simpsons have been around so long. There are a lot of people out there who imitate and like to draw in that style. That's how long they've been out there, since the late 80s, right? Even when I was younger, I used to draw pictures of The Simpsons. And you can go online and find tutorials on how to draw Simpsons characters, or just get a picture yourself and trace over it. First of all, this image of Chief Wiggins on a black man's neck is not from The Simpsons, okay? The Simpsons rarely even draw black people like that, or to even look like that. And like, when we asked the person who posted this, what episode is this from, he couldn't give it to us. That's because it's not from an episode. The Simpsons don't draw their episodes this way. As an artist, I can always tell when something's a replication and not actually from the actual cartoon, okay? So obviously he could not give an example of what episode that this came from, because it's not from an episode, all right? This is something that someone drew and they put out there themselves, all right? Like I said, you can even see the watermark. One of the biggest telltale signs is the fact that they're using shading and highlights on these characters. The Simpsons do not have shading and highlights on their animated episodes because that takes too much time away. The only time they use shading and highlights if they're trying to make a scene more dramatic. But just in your average scenes, they don't do that because, like I said, it takes time and extra work to add that on top of animation. Even with computers nowadays, that's an extra step that you would have to take, and to produce that many episodes, you can't do that. They definitely weren't doing it in the 90s, where they were still using actual production companies and not so much computers, but actual people doing cell drawings and real paint on paper, paint on cells to make the Simpsons episodes. So this is not from an episode. This is a decent replica of the Simpsons style, but you can, like I said, there's differences. Chief Wiggum does not look exactly the same as he would look in an actual episode. And even his legs in the wrong place, and like I said, the way the Simpsons actually draw black people and the way they drew this here is not good. In fact, what it looks like is that someone did like a bad trace of some Simpsons characters, because you can see the way they have the black character down on the ground. They took a image of a person standing straight up and they flipped it on its side to make it look like he's laying on the ground, because that's not the position that George Floyd was actually in. He was actually, his chest and midsection were on the ground, and his head was twisted to the side, yes, but his body was flat down, chest down on the ground. So already this is not the exact pose that he should be in. So like I said, someone took a picture of a Simpson character standing up, and you can see even the feet there. If you zoom in, you can see that the feet are positioned in the position of someone that's supposed to be standing up. So this person traced that, and they just turned it sideways to make it look like a person laying on the ground. And like I said, they're not really using the same color scheme that a lot of the Simpsons use for black characters. So I can tell that this is a replica. This is not something that was actually appeared on an episode of The Simpsons. So once again, be wary and watch out for these narratives. And even with this whole scene here, where the police station is on fire, someone did find the clip of the episode where this came from, and it's an episode where the Chief Wiggins pulls over Homer Simpson while he's driving in the car, and the chief gives the cliche line that you see in a lot of these cartoons and old TV shows and like cop sayings, like he said, "Hey buddy, where's the fire?" And then Homer points in the opposite direction, and you see that the police station is actually on fire. So that's the joke, and it was a joke on the show. They were not predicting the burning down of the police station by the rioters, okay? That wasn't what they were doing. This is not some Illuminati mastermind stroke. You need to stop giving these evil, devious people so much credit. Yes, there is propaganda out there. Yes, there is a certain amount of mind control that goes into popular media. But for the most part, these people are still just like us. They don't plan like that, all right? They don't even, a lot of them don't even think on this much of a level to make a cartoon in the 90s and then have it be exactly that. And like I said, this is not even exact either. Like I said, there was no riot in the Simpsons episode where the police station caught on fire because the cops killed some black man. That's never happened. So you have to be careful and stop getting too wrapped up in these conspiracy theories. And like I said, I have no problem with conspiracy theories when you talk about them as a way of just having fun. But when you get too serious about them, I think that it becomes more of a distraction. I think conspiracy theories are a distraction from what really actually goes on out there, from the real propaganda and the real mind control that goes on out there. You get too distracted and caught up with conspiracy theories and looking for numbers and numerology and symbolism. You get so wrapped up in that, you're not paying attention to what's actually going on in front of you, which is just a plain old bait and switch or a trick that they're playing on your mind to just take you away from what's really going on out there. So that's all I wanted to talk about. You folks can let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I'm sure there's some people who'll be upset and somehow still think that this is real. It's not. It's something that someone drew and someone made very recently, and they put it out there and someone got a hold of it and was trying to spread it around as if the Simpsons actually predicted the death of George Floyd. Anyway, you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. Anyway, Chris Crazy House signing out. Peace.